everyone, how you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. On May 3rd, 2021, a pastor by name Pastor Chikuma Thomas was killed with his head decapitated from his body and his tongue removed from his mouth. Who must have killed Pastor Chikuma Thomas? What did he do to merit such an evil way of dying? Hello guys, so please subscribe, like, comment and share. Now guys, I'd like to get your thoughts of what you think about this video. What you think of my presentation of this crime. Please do not forget to comment down in the comment section. This is a new channel. I'd like to get your thoughts. Your thoughts is gonna help me build my channel, about my personality, about my posture, about the way I talk. Do I talk too slowly or too quickly to your understanding? So guys, our story is gonna take us to the East African nation of Uganda, the beautiful Uganda, But before we get into this story, we should take a look at the demographics, religious demographics of Uganda. Uganda have got a population of 55 million people. 85% of that population is Christian and 15% is Muslim. Now, in the country, the eastern region of Uganda is made up of Muslim, is majority Muslim. And the religious demographic there is 80% Muslim, 20% Christian. And in the eastern region, from the beautiful town of Palisa, that is where our brother in the Lord, our pastor, our courageous preacher of Jesus Christ, Pastor Chikuma Thomas, lived. He was a wonderful evangelist who planted 50 churches in the eastern region of Uganda, and this had angered the Muslims and the imams who saw Pastor Chikuma Thomas as a threat. He had converted so many Muslims into Christianity. This was a threat to the Muslim imams and the Muslims around, his community, who hated the fact that Pastor Chikuma Thomas, based his ministry on converting Muslims into Christianity. So Pastor Chikuma Thomas had 11 children. He had been in the ministry for 45 years. He was aged 65 when he died. And he was married to Naikumba Jessica, his wife. So let's get into it. So Pastor Chikuma Thomas planting churches in the eastern region of Uganda had angered so many Muslim imams. Like I said, they were so angry that this man has been planting churches and winning souls, converting souls from Muslim Islam to Christianity. They decided to trick him into a debate in order to find claims to lay on him about blaspheming about the Prophet Muhammad. They invited Pastor Chikuma to come to this debate to debate Christianity and Islam. Pastor Chikuma Thomas came to this debate with his Holy Bible and the Quran to expose the lies of Muhammad. And Pastor Chikuma Thomas came to this debate not knowing that that is the last day he is going to ever live again on earth. That will be the last day of which he's going to see his kids and his wife. He came to the debate with his teenage son. Pastor Chikuma Thomas started his debate. And as we all know, evangelical Christians are always loud. He spoke loudly and boldly for Jesus Christ. He exposed Muhammad, exposed the lies of the Quran and the violent behavior of the Prophet Muhammad. And even told the community who were watching that if a religion is divine, it should have tolerance in it. It should have forgiveness in it. It should have love. It should have unity. It shouldn't push violence. It shouldn't push hatred. It shouldn't push unforgiveness. Hence, he said Islam is not divine. Islam was Muhammad's religion. And as he started preaching, exposing the lies of Muhammad, the crowd started shouting, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Remember, the eastern region of Uganda is made up of 80% Muslims. It's a Muslim-dominated region, 80% Muslims. And they started shouting, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Upon seeing this, upon seeing the commotion in the crowd, and how the crowd aimed at him, Pastor Chikuma Thomas decided to flee the scene with his teenage son. And the imam, whom had invited him to debate between Christianity and Islam, said he had blasphemed against Muhammad? Tell me. How can you blaspheme against Muhammad if you have been invited to debate by the Muslims themselves, to debate Christianity and Islam? How can you blaspheme? Because if you're debating, you're based on exposing your opponent. You know, the facts that your opponent has brought, that his facts is not real, his facts is fake. So you have to tell the entire Muslim community who were there that Muhammad is fake, Muhammad isn't real, he doesn't have a real religion. Islam is his religion. Upon getting this, the crowd went wild. And the crowd went wild again when Pastor Chikuba Thomas made the altar call that if you want to give your life to Jesus Christ and start living a holy and an upright life, after the debate, he made this call, come and give your life to Christ. And 16 people converted to Christianity. And out of those 16, 6 of them were Muslims. And this angered the Muslim crowd the more. They started shouting, like I said, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Pastor Chikuma Thomas fled the scene with his teenage son. And while he was running away from the scene, the event, he told his teenage son, to move to the other side of the road, because he felt deep in his spirit, as he foresaw that it might be the last day of him living. So 2 Muslim extremists entered the bike and followed Pastor Chikuma Thomas, and they caught up with Pastor Chikuma Thomas. They started talking about the debate with him, and he said he's a proud believer of Jesus Christ. He did what Jesus Christ had told him to do to win souls. And they said he had no right to convert Muslims into Christianity on that debate. He said that is what the gospel of Jesus Christ is all about. They slapped the pastor and punched him in his face. But the pastor managed to overpower them and flee from them. He ran through a cassava farm trying to make his way to his home, while his son was watching far away following his father. And when he reached at his home, the Muslim extremists caught up with him. His neighbors were Muslims. They never really cared. His son ran to go call his mother, Jessica Naikumba, that Mama, Papa has been held by Muslim extremists. Some of them have knives in their hands. They are trying to kill Papa. Before Mama could come an hour to the house, Pastor Chikuma Thomas was not seen in the house or around the house. Mama and Pastor Chikuma Thomas's brother and others started looking for the pastor. They started searching. They reported it to the police. They said 7 hours later they found the pastor dead, with his head chopped off and his tongue plucked out from his mouth. How evil can that be? How evil can that be? And his wife started crying. His son narrated that it was a pool of blood. It was a pool of blood on the arena or on the scene. Pastor Chikuma Thomas's wife, took the body of her husband, went to her home, called her family members to bury. And the police kept on looking for these 2 Muslim extremists who killed Pastor Chikuma Thomas. And they finally caught up with them. And they were prosecuted, for manslaughter. It is shocking, guys, that in this world 2022, that there are still people who are willing to honor a prophet, the views of the prophet, the rules of the prophet, the commandment of a prophet who lived 1,000 years ago. This is 2022. We have another generation. That generation 1,000 years ago was a very archaic generation. You can't take religious view from religious commandments from a prophet who lived 1,000 years ago and apply to this generation. And mind you guys, Uganda's constitution has got freedom to religious tolerance, freedom of religion, and free speech to criticize whoever you want to criticize. So it was shocking that Pastor Chikuma Thomas did nothing wrong. He was invited to the debate to expose. He came with the intention of exposing Islam, which that is his right. When you're invited to a debate, is to expose the fact which your opponent is trying to purport, that his fact is baseless and his fact is fake. That's what a debate is all about. But not knowing that he was being tricked by the imams who had seen how he had planted churches and led so many Muslims into Christianity. They wanted him dead. And the only way they can have him killed is to tell a lie that he has blasphemed about Muhammad. So guys, what do you think about Pastor Chikuma Thomas? I'll let you get your thoughts of what you think down at the comment section. Like I said, I'm not scared of your criticism. Please criticize me. I'm begging of you to criticize my video, to criticize my presentation, to even criticize my demeanor. But if you feel you like what you see, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. And just tell me, I like the way you present yourself. I like the way you talk. I like the way you present your crime, everything. I'll be so happy. That will give me the courage, the inspiration to do more. Thank you so much for listening. Stay blessed and stay safe. Bye-bye.